I think we could all use a little bit of spring right now, especially if you were in one of those cities in Canada that have just been experiencing such cold temperatures. So, Frank, is it time? Is it time to start
I'm busy looking at my seed catalog right now.
Isn't it exciting? Look at all the flowers in there and the plants that we can start right now in the middle of winter.
Yeah, you know what? We get these in the mail right now, and we look online, and if you're into the world of gardening, you know, now's the time. Even when you walk to a garden center, you go to your grocery store, you're going even to Lowe's, Home Depot, you see these seed racks, endless upon endless selections of color that just really gets us inspired. And we look and we think about tomatoes, and we're getting pretty excited. The one thing that winter does is put us through a little bit of spring withdrawal. Spring is about, depending upon where you are in the country, you know, we're about 40 to 45 days away by the time this airs.
That makes it sound good, actually.
Good, eh?
Yeah, I can do 45 days.
It's really good. Yeah, for sure. First off, let's talk about seed starting itself. Yeah.
Okay.
You go to buy a pack of seeds, and if we look at this pack of marigolds, and that's the easiest thing. If you're ever going to start out by seeding, that's the easiest one that you want to try. Marigold's great even for kids to start seeding because the seeds themselves are a little bit larger. You can see them in the bottom. They're easy to handle, quick germination. Cheap too. You know, a package like this about $1.99 to $2.99. However, first thing I want to let you know, and the questions you got to ask yourself. Number one, do you like that many marigolds? Because there's a lot of seeds in here.
Okay.
Very important, right? Like, really, do you need that? Do you need that many tomatoes? That's the first question you got to ask yourself.
Okay, fair enough.
Secondly, do you have the space and time inside your home to do this?
Right.
Okay, so what you're going to need is, you know, minimally, you're going to need a small area, and this is a great way to start out with. These are the little Jiffy pots that are in there. You fill those with water. You put a seed right in the center of that, and then what you do is after the seed's in, we pop over this, boom, and until it starts to germinate, we keep this little greenhouse hood on for the humidity, pop it off, and then what we say to ourselves is, okay, what next? And a lot of the times what happens is people start them too early.
Like what's too early?
Like now is way too early.
Okay.
Yeah, generally when you want to start a seed, a lot of the times we're not starting them until late March, 4 to 6 weeks before your last frost date. So you got to look at that. The next thing is too is once you start them, you're going to make sure that you have enough adequate light. You got to water them. So a lot of people right now, I want a seed start. Then they go away 2 weeks to Mexico. They come back and everything's dead. Right?
It's a commitment, is what you're saying. It's a commitment. And if you start it now, what's going to happen?
If you start it way too early, you're going to ultimately fail.
Right. Okay.
Right? So number one, make sure the timing's right. So on the back of your seed pack, it'll have all the descriptions about your sow times, which that means when. So if it says 4 to 6 weeks before last frost date, all you do is you go to your calendar, you can go online, and let's say that you live in Edmonton. So you type in Edmonton, last frost date, it'll give you the date, which will be in June. You count back 4 to 6 weeks. No, it's true. It's the first week of June.
Is it really?
Yeah, honestly.
I'm sorry, Edmonton. I didn't mean it.
You shouldn't laugh like that.
It was a joke.
No, it wasn't. Okay. No, it wasn't. Even in Ontario, though, like if you look at Northern Ontario, at the last week of May.
Seriously? That's the last frost date?
Jack Frost, yeah. Here in Toronto, historically in Toronto, we're around the first week of May to the second week of May. You can get frost even into Mother's Day. So gotta look at your last frost date. So just make sure. It sound like a good idea, time, space, and also don't do it too early.
All right, Edmonton, you can send your hate tweets to @TracyCityLine. I really wasn't laughing at you.
No, she wasn't.
Let's go to break.
And I do joke on occasion.
More coming up. More coming up.
I'm going to something else.